What's going on, guys? It's Raging Marshmallow here. I'm actually currently waiting on a game to download for me to try and video record that. So hopefully it downloads soon. But I was going through my stuff and I actually found this folder. This is actually a folder of a bunch of like old drawings and poems and stuff that I used to do. So I figured I'd go ahead and make a video of me showing you my drawings. I haven't really showed too many people these, but I think they're kind of good. I'm not really sure how good they are, so hopefully you guys can show me. I went ahead and put my little sketch of my raising marshmallow in here. I figured that'd go ahead and be funny, but as you can see, he's giving you the bird, which is not actually directed to you guys. It's just trying to show that he's roasting marshmallow and he's pissed off. But let's go ahead and switch past him. This guy is actually a Templar Knight that I created. Me and a couple of friends of mine, when I was in high school, we were thinking about making a book, and we were coming up with our own characters, and this is actually my character. He's a Templar Knight who basically was betrayed by his own group, like his actual brothers and stuff, and he was resurrected by Hades and like trained by the assassins, and basically he's supposed to be like a complete and total badass. But we never really got around to actually trying to create the story. We came up with our storylines for our characters, but we never came up with the rest of the story, so that just ended up going down the drain. This is a drawing I tried to make of like a fairy. I don't know why I put her in a bikini. I think it's alright. I've had a couple people that I've shown say that I kind of messed up her hips right here. They're a little too curved. Look, yeah, right here. They're a little too curved right there. I kind of see it, so I understand what they mean. Everybody knows who Slender is. I decided to take a little different approach to it. This is just like a quick sketch I did. You can see he's obviously giving you the finger. But I just tried to change it up a little bit, and it was just a quick drawing. I just did. I made this in like 2 minutes. It didn't take long to do this at all. That's why it probably looks like crap. Here's another up-close picture of the character I made. I just wanted to show his helmet and like you can see he's got like a weapon on his back that's actually supposed to be an axe. I'll show you the axe here in a little bit. I think I actually drew a picture of it. This is actually Master Chief. I did not draw this one. My old friend of mine actually drew this, and he's a really good artist too. He's actually hell a lot better than me, and I kind of admire him for all the drawings he's done and stuff. And he knows that I'm a Halo fan, so he drew this for me, and I thought it was really cool. So thank him for that. I don't know if you guys watch anime, but I do, and some people might know who this is right off the bat, some people might not. What I do for most of these drawings is I'll actually find pictures like on the internet, and I'll just use them as a baseline, and I'll draw it on my own. I won't trace it or anything, but I look at the picture and then draw it on paper. That way I have my own copy. But this is supposed to be not Gara. This is supposed to be Natsu Dragneel from, I believe the show's called Fairy Tail. As you can see, it doesn't have a head because the picture that I was drawing it from did not have the top of his head, so I didn't draw it there either. Here's another picture of Slender Man. I did a little more detail in it. See, he's giving you a high five, peace sign, thumbs up, and he's also doing the finger again, but this is me taking a little more time to try to do him. This is actually a failed attempt at making somewhat of a sexy drawing for a friend of mine. Didn't really work out too well. This is supposed to be Death the Kid off of a show called Soul Eater. I'm not sure if I did super good or not. Like I said, I based this one off of another picture I saw, but I didn't actually have the picture with me on this one, so I don't know if it came out good or not. This is just a quick sketch I did of, it's supposed to be like a, what do you call it? It's supposed to be a wolf, but it's just like a bunch of different lines and stuff. It's supposed to be kind of like a tribal, I guess. However, the nose kind of looks like it's made of flames. But, yeah, I drew that. This is supposed to be kind of like an anime girl wearing headphones. I thought it'd be really cool. This is actually the first girl I drew, and I thought it was going to be crappy, but then actually, to me, it came out really good. So I'm surprised this other one that I showed you earlier, I'm surprised that one failed miserably, because I was trying to draw something like this, but better and in a different point of view, and it did not work whatsoever. But yeah, I drew this one. I drew all these. I drew this one first before I drew the other ones, actually. This is supposed to be Gray Fullbuster off of Fairy Tail. He doesn't have his necklace that he normally wears, and he's not colored in, so you wouldn't really be able to tell unless you watch the show like a hell of a lot, and you know exactly how he is just because of his facial features and hair. This is actually one of my best drawings. This is supposed to be Kenichi off of an anime show called Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple. It's actually a pretty good show. I enjoyed it. It was nothing like what I normally watch, but I really enjoyed the show. So if you guys are looking for a recommended anime show to watch, you should watch this. It's pretty good. Most people should know who this is. Some people might not. This is Jeff the Killer. I'm not really sure the whole backstory to this, but I saw a lot of stuff on the internet about Jeff the Killer, so I figured I'd draw a picture of him. I think it came out pretty good. Let's see the damn bell in this house going off saying it's 12 o'clock. This is just a L I drew real quick. It's supposed to be off a Death Note. It's the letter L for one of the characters in there. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure his name is L, actually, and that's why I drew that. This is actually a girl I just randomly drew. I wasn't really taking too much time on it. I was just kind of like, I want to make something different. So I actually drew this one without reference to any other ones, so that's why it might look a little weird. I was kind of going based off of my own thoughts. Naruto fans should know who this is. This is Gaara. Like I said, I took the view from another picture, but I do all this freehand. I do this all without tracing. So I think all these came out pretty good. Here's for all you Black Butler fans. I'm simply one hell of a butler. This is supposed to be Sebastian off of Black Butler. I really enjoyed the show. It's different and interesting, and Sebastian is just one sexy-ass butler. So I figured I'd try and draw him. This is a character I kind of randomly created. It's supposed to be like a guy wearing a creeper hoodie. He's got a necklace on that's supposed to be like a diamond sword, and then I know the game is block based, but I made him have like TNT, like actual TNT sticks on his back instead of carrying a block. I thought that'd be pretty cool. This was a failed attempt at drawing Rukia Kuchiki off of Bleach. You can kind of tell who I was trying to draw, but I failed miserably at it, in my opinion. This is also kind of a failed attempt at drawing her brother. I can never pronounce his name, so I'm not even gonna try. But that's supposed to be Rukia's brother. Here's another drawing from Fairy Tail. This is actually Happy. He is a flying blue cat. How that came to be in the show, I'm still not 100% sure how, but he's one of the characters, and he's supposed to be blue. And he's goofy as hell. Here's Naruto. I did not color him in. A girl in school took it and colored it in. Why she colored it in, I don't know. I actually had left the room to go to the bathroom, and when I came back to class, she was in my drawing book coloring this, so I was actually kind of mad, because the colors don't match what he's actually supposed to be. But this was a drawing I had of Naruto, and that's why it looks messed up, because someone colored it in, and I didn't want them to. Oh, here's some of the axes and swords I made. Here's a picture of an axe. A lot of these are different. Some of them might look the same, but I tried to make like different blade designs and stuff, thinking that I could actually send them out and they'd be used in like new anime shows and stuff like that. But here's an axe. There's a small one-handed axe. That picture on the back is another sword. I think I actually redrew this, so it would be on a different piece of paper. Here's two different blade designs. Here's supposed to be like a double-sided sword. It's on fire. I don't know why it's on fire. I was goofy back then, but I think it's pretty cool. And then here's a small blade that you could put like in your boot or something like that. This is actually like based off of Ichigo's sword. I put spikes on it just to try to make it a little different. I thought it'd be pretty cool. A friend of mine actually wanted me to draw this for them, but put a little bit of a kick to it, so that's why I did the spikes. And he actually liked it, and I decided to draw it again, so he has a copy, and this is my copy. But, yeah, that's where that came from. This sword, I think, came out pretty good. It's based off of that other one I showed you earlier with the one-handed axe on the back of it. But I drew this one to try to make it look cooler, and I think I did a good job. That's supposed to be just like a different kick to a katana. I think it looks good. It's different. I actually saw this sword on the internet. I'm not sure what it goes to. I'm not sure if it actually is in a show or something, but I figured I'd go ahead and draw it. So yeah, there's that. Here's another sword I drew. It came out pretty good. I don't know. I just do a bunch of different designs and hope they come out the way I want them to. Here's actually the axe for that character that I made that I said. I knew I drew it, I just didn't know if I still had it. That's supposed to be kind of like his axe that's on his back. That's what it's supposed to look like. I think it was a cool design. Here's another sword I drew. You know, I just put different ideas to it. It's supposed to be kind of like a split sword. It's actually got the space in between, and it's a double-sided sword, but it's actually two blades mounted on the one handle. Here's supposed to be kind of like, ow, my feet are getting numb. Here's supposed to be kind of like a katana, but it's actually got brass knuckles on it, kind of, but the brass, like, see the rings on the handle, you put your fingers through that, and then it's actually got that blade. So not only can you like block with it, but you can also punch people and still cut them. I don't know. I thought it was a good idea, and I kind of wanted to like maybe one day actually find someone or make these blades myself. This is actually a design I made randomly using a computer in my computer class during high school. I think it came out real cool, so I decided to keep it, and that's why I've got that. I based this one off of an energy sword, but it's not really an actual energy sword. It's straight up an actual metal blade, but it's got, if you look down the middle right here, you might be able to tell that there's a barrel there. It's actually got a rifle inside of it, and the trigger's right there. I don't know how this would work, but I thought it'd be a cool idea if it could work. So don't ask me how it would work, because I honestly do not know. This is supposed to be like a little difference to a trident. If you look down here, it's got a trigger, and then it's got that thing's supposed to be able to actually shoot out, and you can like stab it into things and pull them towards you, kind of like a Mortal Kombat thing. I think that's what I was actually going for, was a weapon that you could use in Mortal Kombat, and it's got like Scorpion's little chain thing that he stabs you with and pulls you close. Get over here! So that's what I was going for with that. This blade I made, I think it came out really good. It's a little messed up because it's been in this thing for so long, but this was actually supposed to be kind of like a scorpion blade. Don't know what I was going for in all honesty, but I think it looks good, and the handle reminds me of a scorpion blade. So that's what I'm going to go for. This is a scythe I made. I was trying to go for like a weapon that I would be carrying inside Soul Eater, the anime show, and this is what I came out with. I think it looks like it would be a weapon that someone would carry in there, so I think I did a good job. This is supposed to be like a double-sided scythe. It's got one small one and one big one, and actually right here it would like split apart and it would become two single-handed scythes. So I think that would be a cool idea. Here's another double-sided blade. It's actually two blades put into one handle. If someone could make all this stuff, that would be epic. Like, I would save up money just to buy one of the blades that I drew. Here's another one. I think it's kind of like I took the blade design of Ichigo's and I completely altered it, and I think this one came out a lot better than the other one I did. So I kept this one, and I think it looks pretty good. Here's another design of a sword for the character I made. His name is supposed to be Nicholas Cross, but later out I found out that name goes for a lot of different things, so I've got to come out with something else, but his last name is Cross. That's why there's crosses on all the stuff that he wears. I don't know, this is supposed to be a sword he carries. This sword is just something that I made entirely random, like the rest of the blades, and I think this came out really good. This was actually going to be used for, I had a friend of mine named Jeremy, bless his soul, he's amazing. This was actually the blade that he decided he was going to use for his character. This thing is supposed to be as long as his body. This thing, when you stand it up on the edge of its blade and hold the handle, it is as tall as his character that he made. And it is as wide as his character he made. So this thing is ridiculously huge. It's two blades, two different designs, one's shorter than the other. And it's actually held together up here with barbed wire. And then it's got the handle, it's actually got one handle here and one handle here. So for this handle, for instance, if you were to go up on top of a building and flip it upside down and jump down, you could actually hold this handle and like jump down and stab into like whoever you're fighting and stuff. I thought it was a really good idea, and he loved it. So he has a copy and I have a copy. I believe I gave him a copy. I'm not 100% sure, but this was supposed to be for his character. Oh, and then the rest of this is actually poems. I'm not going to get into this stuff. I will read you, I'll just read one, just so you can see that it's actually a poem. And all of these I came up with, they're not based off of anything. So, all the credit goes to me. I'm not copywriting any of this. I'll just go ahead and read this top one. Let's see. My love for you has ended, and now I sit here praying, trying to bring back the heart that you have broken. Forget those 3 words that I had spoken, for they are no longer true. I lay here trying to heal, for my heart is black and blue. It sits and beats softly, never fast, only slow. Now I sit here thinking about those words I know. I really think it's funny how you never said hello. Yeah, most of these poems I made were in high school, so a lot of them are about heartbreak, because I was constantly dating and then breaking up with people, because, well, they were mostly breaking up with me. I never broke up with anybody. Most of the girls I dated broke up with me, so they were always like depressing. I know I had a couple in there that were nice and pretty, but I don't know where they are, because they're actually not in here. All of these are the bad ones. So, I know I had another folder somewhere with more poems and more drawings in it, but I don't know where that's at. This was the only one I found, so I figured I'd go ahead and show it to you guys. But anyways, thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked my drawings, and let me know what you guys think. You can comment on it and tell me which one was your favorite, or if I'm a terrible drawer or anything like that. But thank you guys for watching. If you want to like this video, you can. If you want to subscribe, go right ahead. I'm not going to stop you. Like I said, it's your life. You can do whatever the hell you want. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces.